All right. Just gonna set up the chat here if I can. There we go. Hi guys, I just need to bring up the chat on my phone here and then I'll be able to respond to you guys. If I can find it. How are you guys doing? This is my first live stream in a while. I've been super busy. Yeah. Alright, I got the chat on my phone here. I'm just scrolling back here since I started a few minutes late. Obsession with Hamilton, blah 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 blah. Okay. Hi. Alright, so there's some things I wanted to talk about on this live stream today. This will actually be the last Q&A live stream on my main channel. And the reason for that is, as you may have noticed in the title and description, I have a second channel now, which is a channel I'm going to be using for vlogs, random behind the scenes stuff, like maybe a tuning video or something, or mixing, just basically whatever I feel like. Q&A live streams will now be taking place on that channel, so if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to do that either now or after the stream. And I'm also going to give you some updates on what I'm working on. So, recently I've been having some laptop troubles, which have pretty much slowed down my progress on new stuff. So, I am working on that. I just need to fix some things first, and then I can get back to working on that. Currently, I have Snow Halation from Love Live in progress, as some of you may know if you're a patron, as I've been posting a few previews since before Christmas. It was meant to be a Christmas upload, but I guess it's happening closer to now. And yeah, I have an upload that I'm going to be working on that's already mixed until I can get back to recording for the song I was working on, Snow Halation, and the animation on the video for that. So look for that either tomorrow, probably later in the day, or the next day. Yeah, it sucks having to rely on a laptop. The charger breaks, you're kind of screwed, to put it lightly. What else did I want to talk about now? So yeah, there's that for what I'm working on. As some of you may know, I also have a Twitch channel. I'm probably going to be moving my gaming streams over to Twitch, as well as doing some creative type streams on there with the tuning, mixing, etc. So if you have a Twitch account, follow me there. I'll let you know on the second channel with a short little video when I'm going to be streaming on Twitch. So, there'll be one more game stream on this channel, and that is part 2 of Undertale, which I am currently coordinating with Steve for timing. Hopefully should be next weekend. And that'll be the last gaming stream on this channel, and then everything's going to be switching to Twitch, maybe restreamed to my second channel. I'll have to see. Okay. What else did I want to mention here? Yeah, I think that's about it. So second channel, be sure you're subscribed. I'll be posting some random stuff on there. Twitch, I'll be doing some gaming streams and creative streams on there, and yeah, I am working on stuff. I'm just slowed down a bit, so uploads are going to be a little bit wonky for the next couple weeks, probably. Let's see, what else is in the chat here? Okay, so Joe's basically laying down some rules there for you guys. You'll probably hear this like 10-15 seconds after I actually notice it, but yeah, I guess the rest of this is basically going to be Q&A. Feel free to ask some questions. And yeah, go. So, I'm looking at my phone here, waiting for some questions. While we wait, I'm gonna play some ukulele. Or not. Let's not do that. I don't know anything well enough on there except maybe Simple and Clean to really play anything for you guys. Okay. Still waiting for questions here, so let's see. Okay, what composing VST do you use? Interesting enough, none of the instruments I use are actually VST instruments because I'm working in Logic Pro 10 on a Mac, which supports audio units and not VSTs. So pretty much everything that I've been using so far has been the default instruments that come with Logic Pro 10. I'm looking at expanding that a bit though. I actually just got a strings suite that was on sale for like $1. So I'm gonna see how that works for me. So yeah, it's kind of sad right now because Logic Pro 10 is on my laptop and laptop troubles. Because charger. When the charger breaks. So that's basically how I do my instrumentals and stuff. I use the Steinway setting for the piano, and lately I've taken to layering it with an electric piano at a very, very soft level. You could probably do this with Ascend too, but I just do 2 tracks. And that, I put like a whole bunch of reverb on the electric piano just so you hear the reflections from it and not so much the dry signal. And then just layer that with the Steinway piano. And I'm using the reverb plugin Ambience with that. And then I just add a light piano reverb to the Steinway. And the two blended together sounds absolutely amazing. I tried it out on Aqua's theme, so that's an example. My calendar. I actually haven't replaced the calendar yet, so it's still on December, and I don't think there is a January, unfortunately, on there. Or February, for that matter. I need to get a new calendar. But, that looks like the final mask in Majora's Mask. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, that's the mask that you get at the very, very end of the game that turns you into, like, the silver-colored adult Link. I can't remember what it's called. And yeah, the instruments do sound really good. Logic Pro 10 in general comes with a lot of really, really good instruments and plugins right out of the box. Most of what I use, even for mixing purposes, is actually plugins that came with the software. My compressor, limiter, I pretty much use everything except reverb. The reverb plugin I don't use. I use Ambience instead, because I feel like I have way more control with Ambience, and it does a lot more. Although I could probably set the reverb plugins in Logic to do the same thing, it would take a lot more time. But yeah. Okay, what's my favorite game that I've played so far? Ooh, that's a tough one. Let's see. Favorite game. In terms of actual RPGs, I'm probably going to have to say one of the Kingdom Hearts games. I'm not sure which though. Let's see. Maybe 2? Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, I'm gonna say. As for non-RPG games, there's this game called Jackbox, or rather it's a collection of games, and it's available on Steam. You start it up and you have a whole bunch of games in the collection that you can choose from, and it's just these games where you log in on your phone to jackbox.tv, play with your friends, and it's kind of like being on a game show. And it's really silly and super fun to play with friends. On Friday, we actually had a game of Jackbox at one of my friends' houses, and it was really cool. So, yeah. I'd love to be able to stream that sometime. I'd have to figure out how to do it, though. Let's see. Game played so far. Hi, new people. Welcome to the stream. I see a couple of new names in the comments here. I'm following along on my phone, if you're wondering why I keep looking down. Well, I guess you can see it in the shot now, so. Favorite Organization 13 member? Axel. Definitely Axel. Mostly because, like, he turns into the good guy at some point in Kingdom Hearts 2. And then, if you look at the newer games, he actually comes back as Lee. On your side. As a Keyblade Master, so... I'm sorry if I spoiled that for anyone, but... Yeah, I'd say Axel's my favorite. Yeah. Axel's my favorite. Got it memorized? Hi, guys. Let's see. A bit slow on questions here. And I am getting notifications like there is no tomorrow. This is what I get for not charging my phone. Let's see. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts stuff, you want to have sea salt ice cream again one day? Yes, that is like my favorite ice cream now since the stream back in October. I am just in love with that stuff. Hi! Welcome to the stream. We were just talking about Jackbox like 2 minutes ago. Just so you know. Yeah, Inane Fool in the comments is one of those friends that I was playing with on Friday. It's actually his laptop that we were running it on, so. Okay. Yay! Somebody else who has Axel as, her favorite Organization 13 member. Yay! High five. I had to look at the... Let's try that again without me looking at the screen preview. Okay, high five. That probably looked ridiculous. Never mind. I'm very silly today. So, some of the questions on Jackbox. For Jackbox, it really depends on what game you're playing. There's different ones, like there's Bidiots, where everybody draws 2 drawings at the beginning of the game. And then you get a starting amount to bid with. And then you have to bid on the drawings that you think are worth the most. And then you find out which drawings were which at the end. So that's really cool. I'm trying to think. There's also another one. It's kind of like Cards Against Humanity, but with sounds. That's really cool too. Keep talking and nobody explodes. Okay. Never heard of it. But I will look into it. But yeah, back to Jackbox. There's a game that's like Cards Against Humanity, but with sounds. There's another one that I'm missing. Idiots. I can't remember what that one was called with the sounds. There's another one that I'm thinking of, but I can't remember what it was about. It's not so much about did your drawing win, it's about who has like the most money at the end of it all. In other words, if you got some really bad bids and then the artwork that you bidded on sells for like a low amount of money in comparison to what you bidded on, or for what you bid on the artwork, then you're gonna lose on that one. And there's this really funny loan company that's just great. Fibbage! Yes, the lie one. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Fibbage is the one where you have this question or a blank to fill in or something, and then on your phone you sit there and you put in a lie, and then it shows all of them on the screen when everybody's in. And then you have to try and pick which one you think is the truth. And there's one truth that's generated by the game, and sometimes there's also one lie that's generated by the game. And then the rest are lies that everybody put in. So you have to choose which one's the truth, and if you choose the truth, you get points. If somebody chooses your lie, you also get points. So whoever has the most points at the end of all the rounds wins. It's really cool. But yeah. Okay, do you think you'll do a cover of Sparkle from Kimi no Nawa? I said that slightly wrong. Kimi no Nawa. I'm actually not familiar with the song. So I can't really say. But I will definitely look into it, and if it's something I can see myself doing, maybe. We'll have to see there. That game in April. What game in April? Wait, we were just talking about Fibbage. That game in April. Your lie in April. Darn it, Joe! I see what you did there. I really see what you did there. Oh, yes! I think that was one of the ones that we were playing on Friday. Never mind, I have heard of it. The keep talking and nobody explodes. I just didn't know what it was called because we were all tired, and that game is impossible to play while tired. So, but yeah, that was fun. When I'm not tired, maybe I'd be up for trying it again. Okay, just wondering, what made you decide to become a YouTuber? That's actually a little bit of a complicated question, because I originally started this channel back in 2008, and I didn't intend to do anime video game covers. I'd actually intended to do, like, top 40 pop music, that kind of stuff. Like, I'd seen a whole bunch of people on YouTube already doing, and I kind of wanted to be, like, have a channel like them and do the same kind of thing. And then a few years later, I started, actually no, it was the next year, in 2009, I started voice acting. And there were some people in the community who were really interested in anime and stuff, and they started making their own lyrics for stuff and singing. So I decided to give that a try, but I never really posted anything. A couple of years later, I ended up doing a English cover of I Equals Fantasy, and then took a really long break for school. And recently, a couple years ago, back in 2015, wow, that seems like a long time now. In 2015, I went to a panel on basically how to become a utaite, and I didn't know what a utaite was at the time. And I figured out from that panel, oh hey, it's somebody who does anime music and Vocaloid music and sings that on YouTube. And I'm like, I do that. And they gave a whole bunch of resources like Twitter and where to find other people who do this. So I started networking a little bit, and my channel started to grow. So I decided I'm going to do this as like more of a regular thing. And I've been uploading semi-regularly since. So, and yeah, you feel like I've answered that question before. If you saw the podcast with Triple S League, I kind of answered a similar question on their podcast as well. So maybe that's what you're thinking of. How do you get into voice acting? Like, how do you get roles? At the time, I was basically just looking at amateur voice acting roles. I wasn't doing anything paid at the time, although I'm trying to dabble a little bit with that. How you get roles is there's some sites online. Right now, I think the biggest two would be Behind the Voice Actors Casting Call and castingcall.club. And there you can just go in there. If you have a microphone, you can just go read the lines on there, figure out what they want, record the lines, and send them in as an audition. And then whoever's running the little project, whether it's a fan dub, radio play, whatever, they'll go through everybody's auditions, and then after a while you'll start getting cast in things, and you can, like, you'll grow as you keep doing it, and as you get feedback and direction. So, like, it's pretty much similar to singing. It's just you have a whole thing where you submit auditions, and then people decide who they want to be in their project for voice acting roles. How do I feel about Guilty Crown? Guilty Crown. I think I know what instigated that question, and I'm not going to talk about that yet. I actually haven't seen the anime, but I like the music. That's what I will say. 13th ending of Fairy Tale. Which one was that called again? There's so many openings and endings to Fairy Tales. Fairy Tale. I lose track of them. Probably my favorite opening's Masayume Chasing, though. I'll look into it, definitely. 13th ending. Yeah. If you're on Discord, you can send me a reminder there if I forget. That's right. I don't think I've announced that I have a Discord server. I forgot when I was doing the thing up. I'm gonna put a link to that in the description after I'm done streaming. But I have a Discord server, and it's really cool. We've had a karaoke night on there so far, and if you're a patron, you also get access to special chats on there that are only for patrons. So that's really, really cool. Yes, the Triple S League didn't know what Vocaloid was. That was crazy. What's my favorite anime? As of now, Yuri on Ice. Before that, I probably would have said Your Lie in April. So, Try for mods like Skyrim or Fallout. I have no idea what that's. Yeah, I have no idea what context that's in. Okay. Swano! Yes, Swano. Swano, Lord of insanely high harmonies. Hi, Miss Piano. Yeah, just like, Neoneko Aria said in the chat, come join the server. It's cool. I'm online most of the time since I have it on my phone. Although I'm not always active in the chat, I will get notifications about, like, chats going on there, so. Yeah, there's not going to be a voice call this time like there was for the last couple of streams. Because I don't have my laptop, so I can't really do that. I guess I could do it on the iPad, but that's a lot to set up, so. Karaoke party. Okay, you're talking about Discord events. Cool. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of servers on Discord. I feel like everybody's got a server now. I know Addie Lolia has a server. I'm a mod on her server. I'm also a mod on Liz's server. So, really cool servers. Join all the servers, everybody. Hang with the cool people. So, I guess I should probably talk about, like, the next couple of things that I've been uploading, because patrons have known about this for, like, forever, so I feel like it's okay to be like, yeah, this is what I'm working on. I joined the server for what? I have a Discord server. So, yeah, where we can just, like, chat, hang out, run some events. But yeah, I was gonna say what I was working on. Patrons have known this for a long time. After the next upload, I'm gonna try and get Snowholation done from Love Live. I mentioned this earlier in the stream. For those who are just tuning in, I'm also going to be working on a Vocaloid song, which I recorded last summer. I just couldn't get an instrumental for it. So I've been working on mixing the stems for that. All the vocals are already recorded. I just have to do stem mixing and mixing the vocals, and then that should be ready to go. And then there's the video. So I'll have to figure that out as well. But the song is Shooting Star, Teddy Lloyd featuring IA, or however you want to pronounce that. I know there's some variations. I prefer IA. I will put it in the description. Hang on. I should be able to do that from my phone. But yeah, that one's featuring a very, very special backup vocalist, or I guess he's technically a backup vocalist. He's on harmonies, but he's also a friend of mine, and he does covers himself, so. I'm really excited for you to hear that. And after that, I'll be working on some more Kingdom Hearts stuff. I have a cover of Shion's theme in progress right now, and I'll be doing Hold On To You, which is Nate Wants to Battle's original Kingdom Hearts inspired song. I'm doing a piano cover of that. I have the instrumental all set up and everything for that, so. Let me just grab the server link here, if I can. Create instant invite. No, I don't want. Max uses expires never. Channel, why does it want to? have the link to this somewhere? I probably do. I just need to find it. You know what? I'll grab it off of Twitter. I can kind of see the chat over on the screen. But just need to find the Discord link so you guys can click on that. I'll put it in the chat here. So yeah, some really cool stuff coming up. Some of my Kingdom Hearts covers got delayed. I'd actually intended to do those first week of February. And now we're like halfway through February. I'm good at this. But, yeah. That is what I'm going to be working on. So, those who are on Jerry's server, as in Jeremiah George, the guy who does orchestral battle arrangements of songs and other kinds of arrangements and covers and stuff. If you're on his server, you may already have an idea of what my next upload is going to be. But, yeah. Let's just say it's a combination of stuff I've already done mixed with something that he did. So, Discord, Terra. Okay. Unfortunately, you can't post the link in the chat. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. YouTube. Actually, if one of you is on Discord, can you, like, maybe message me the link or something? It'll be a lot faster. And let's see. I'm just gonna go back to the chat to read what you guys are saying. Have I picked up Nostalgia from Emily? I haven't. I've gotten a few of the, actually one song, because she's... How many songs has she posted from the album yet? Whatever she's posted from the album, I've been picking up as downloads on Patreon. And I've been listening to it on Google Play All Access. So, I'm saving my iTunes funds for her EP whenever that comes out. So, let's see. Okay, you want to talk about that other project? Sorry, I'm going through the backlog here. Okay, you sent the link. Perfect. I'm so not organized here. Okay, copy text. I'm just gonna add this to the description here, if it'll let me. Or not. Oh, this is fun. Let's see if I can do it from the studio app. I should be able to. Yeah, she's posted like 3 or 4 songs on her Patreon. It's something like that. I've just been getting... Excuse me. I've just been getting the downloads as they show up on Patreon. So... Yeah, I can't edit from here. Let's see if it'll let me post a link as an admin. It should. There we go. Let's see. Oh, hi, Rin. I didn't notice somebody with the name Rin Kagamine joined. Sorry, I've been like back and forth on apps on my phone here, trying to figure out the link. But yeah, I posted the link in the chat below. I'll be adding it to the description after, since my phone won't let me do that right now. But yeah, that's my Discord server. Come hang out. As for what Joe wanted to mention, you can go ahead and post some stuff about that in the chat if you'd like. But yeah. Also, funny thing, since we're bringing up the name Rin, my middle name's Lin, which turns into Rin if you spell it in katakana, which is really cool. So I'm like, my name's technically Rin, kind of. Yep. Okay. What else did I miss in the comments here? Yes, more Vocaloid. I'm going to be doing a lot more Vocaloid, I think, in the future. There's some really talented Vocaloid producers that are on YouTube, and I'd love to have the opportunity to explore their song repertoire a little bit with my voice. Oh my gosh, don't even bring up Love Live. This iPad is charging, and I guarantee after this stream, since this iPad is charging, I'm probably going to end up playing Love Live for the next hour. It is an addiction. Speaking of which, at some point I want to do a cover with this ukulele of Aishiteru Banzai, because I can do the chords. Aishiteru Banzai. I don't remember the lyrics. I have to look at my phone when I sing in Japanese, because I can never remember the lyrics. Not that I can't memorize them, it's just time. Where do you find it? So yeah, maybe at some point I'll do that when I find some more time after I get through the crazy upload schedule I've set up for myself. I've marathoned like all the seasons of Love Live, and it's really good. I also watched the movie. Muse's story was good. The second season was a little bit hard to get into right at the beginning. Like, the first 2 episodes seemed a little bit slow. But then you get to, like, a few episodes in, and it's like, oh yeah, I see where this is going, and it matches the pace of the first season a little bit better. Sunshine was really good. I can relate to Love Live Sunshine, actually, because Aqua is kind of the underdog when you take a look at it. They're from a small town. They don't really have a lot going for them when it comes to trying to create a successful idol group. And there's so many people in Japan competing against them for a shot at Love Live. And I can totally relate to that as a creator, because I'm kind of just starting out. I'm nowhere near the places people normally associate with being a creator. Probably won't be for a long time, but I still keep going. I'm not going to let that stop me. So I can kind of relate to Aqua in that sense. But yeah, the movie was really good. Movie was about Muse after the second season. I can't talk today. After the second season. So basically their last adventure before disbanding as a group. let's see. I'm gonna go back and look here. Okay, there was also a question about from Chris about how you set up live streams for YouTube. Okay, this is actually kind of interesting. I'm running XSplit on my desktop computer, and I have a Logitech C920 webcam, which has the tripod mount on the bottom. So I've got that on a tripod in front of me right now, plugged into my PC. XSplit has all the tools for the chat on the side here. And for audio, I'm using the Blue Yeti. That's pretty much all there is to it. You just drag things around in XSplit, set up that, and then you just set up YouTube's streaming information. So you go into events, new stream, it'll give you custom encoding options, which will give you a stream name / stream key. You're going to want to put that into XSplit. You can also use OBS. XSplit is not free. You're just going to want to put in the settings, and you're going to want to put in the settings, and basically, what was I trying to say? You're going to want to put in the settings, and then you can just start streaming to that. And you click start stream in the YouTube thing, and it works. I suck at explaining this. I have nothing to show you to explain it, so. Okay. Yeah, as Joe said, we're working on a gigantic project with a team of people. So I'm going to be doing instrumental work, and I also have vocals in that, so when we finally get some progress going on that, I'll let you know some details. Well, I guess me and Joe will. Please do Ashley Bonsai. I want to. I really want to, but I've got so many things to do. Yeah, one of the other vocalists is on the big project with Joe is also on my cover of Shooting Star, so I guess you'll find out who that is when I post that cover. Yeah, I didn't notice that question. I'm sorry. Chris, I didn't notice the live streaming question. I'm hoping I kind of explained it okay. If not, feel free to ask me questions later and I will answer them, but yeah, Fridays are usually a bit tricky for me. This Friday, maybe. I don't think I'm meeting with friends this Friday. So, I'll see what I can do for karaoke. Oh, bye, Julian. You're probably not here anymore because I've been trying to catch up on reading all these comments. But yeah. Okay. I'm all caught up now, yay. Okay, good. So, yeah, I really do want to do Ashitegu Banzai. And that's one thing I never thought I'd be playing on the ukulele. It's just like, okay, I've got Simple and Clean. When you walk away. Ah, my voice is right now. And now I've got Ashitegu Banzai. I don't remember the lyrics, so I'm just singing. But yeah, I'm gonna try and work on that when I can. There's not really a lot more I want to talk about. I have some ideas for videos for the second channel, but that's... I guess you'll see those as soon as I get around to them anyway, so... Why does my calendar say December? Because I have not gotten around to replacing my calendar, and there's nothing past December. I mentioned that earlier in the stream, so... Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm not properly warmed up right now, so like, I'm just trying to sing softly, and my voice can crack when I hit notes that are too high when I'm singing that softly, so... what are my thoughts about sound drop now? Okay, so I had a very, very long conversation with them on Twitter about this. I think sound drop's actually okay. And based on previous tweets, you may be like, "Wow, Tara, why are you saying that they're actually okay? I mean, like, you've had problems and things haven't been working right." And I'm like, yes, there has been problems. All of which, well, most of which, have been resolved now, at least to a level where it's good. Like, there's no real problems. There's no pricing issues or anything out of the ordinary going on there anymore. They've been very, very kind to fix it. I can understand the struggle they're going through with their system right now, because they explained a lot of things with sound drop. Particularly the fact that they're basically kind of just starting from the ground up. No real access to anything that Louder had before except what Louder's given them. So I can completely understand the problems that they're having right now as part of that switch from Louder to sound drop, because there's a lot to handle in there, and yeah, they're working on fixing it. I'll see how things go over the next few months, and they've assured me that if I run into any problems, I can contact them to get things fixed. So basically, I'm going to be using sound drop mostly, and then DistroKid for basically anything that I can't put through sound drop and have revenue splits, like collaborations and stuff with DistroKid users. So yeah, once you understand what's going on behind the scenes, it's kind of hard to be like, oh hey, you guys suck, when really it's more like, oh hey, it's not your fault and you're really, really trying to fix it. But yeah. Am I excited for Attack on Titan Season 2? Yes, I am so excited. I've got a few covers from the first season planned. I'm not going to give too many details on those. Probably they'll be up end of March, early April, I want to say. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to see what music's going to be in the second season, and I might go out of my way to pick a song or two from that to do, depending on what the music's like. Aw, later, Michelle. It was nice having you here at the stream. Yeah, the transition to sound drop from Louder was very rushed. Louder kind of gave them a deadline and said, you need to take everything and move it to your own thing in like a month. So later, Chris. But yeah, I don't think sound drop's terrible. It's just they're going through a really, really bumpy transition period. Some of the things I see seem to be better than Louder. They're just not polished, so it's something I can definitely deal with, and I can go to DistroKid if I need to be able to release something faster, or if something's not working properly on sound drop and I don't have time to be messing with the support system to be able to go through that. But yeah, I'll also be using DistroKid for originals still, and that's because I don't have to pay any extra fees on those. So I'd rather go with the faster service that will basically let me upload as many tracks as I want for just the flat rates of... I'm on the $35 plan right now, and that's per year, so I could upload like 50 tracks if I wanted, and it wouldn't cost me more than what I'm already paying. Which is nice, and they don't take any deductions off. So I'll keep using them for originals for that reason. But yeah. For covers, it'll be Sounddrop, unless I'm working with somebody who's not on Sounddrop. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the sales reports too. It's crazy that they kind of put it off a week and a half, because on Louder it was always the 15th, and now they're just like, oh hey, your sale reports will be in on the 27th, and I'm like, I don't want to wait anymore. But, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's best not to elaborate too much on the two strikes policy. For a basic explanation, I've had some really disturbing comments lately on a video or two, so we're just trying to avoid having anything go out of control on the live stream, which is why my mod here is saying, yeah, 2 strikes, you're out. Oh, thanks, Joe. I need to start uploading more stuff to Patreon. I always feel like I'm slacking on keeping up with Patreon if I'm not constantly putting something up. So... no worries, the situation I'm referring to has already been handled, thanks to my lovely network. So... anyway... darn, you wanted to fight someone. No fighting, please, no. I appreciate it, but violence is not the answer. Anyway. So yeah, I'm really excited to put up new uploads. Yeah, advanced access has been a struggle for the longest time. You know what, I'm gonna actually explain what's going on with that, since I haven't really given a lot of indication what is happening with the advanced access on my Patreon, or to anybody who may be thinking about becoming a Patreon, or a patron. I can't talk today. But what's going on with that is I haven't been able to be keeping up with the advanced access for a few months now. And part of that is because my schedule has gotten so crazy with school and trying to put out videos that often I'll end up recording, mixing, filming, everything either the night before the upload or close to it. So with advanced access, originally I'd said 1 week advanced video access for covers, and then I couldn't keep up with it because the video was taking too long to make. I wasn't able to record when I wanted to be able to record for it, and it just took too long to produce everything. So originally I switched it to just having an audio advanced access, which worked for a little bit, but not really, because then I started slipping and, oh hey, I can't record now, and then, oh hey, it's all recorded, but I need to mix it, and then it's not an advanced access anymore by the time I actually finish mixing it. So what I have done now is I'm going to say advanced access, not a 1 week, but advanced access in general for $5 patrons, which means you'll get it before the day it's uploaded, hopefully, or you'll get it before the day it's uploaded, not necessarily a week before, so sometime in between. It could be a day before, it could be a couple of days before. We'll see. For the next couple of uploads, I'm not going to have that, just because I'm so behind as it is. But I'm going to start getting into that by maybe the third or fourth upload from now. And then we'll see how that goes, and maybe I'll start doing the 1 week access again when I get more into the swing of things. Maybe a weird question, but how long did the withdrawal take on your allowed to PayPal? Like instant, or did it take a few days? It usually takes a few days for me. I'll withdraw, and then a couple of business days later it'll appear in my account. Sometimes it's 1 day, sometimes it's 2 days. It depends on a number of factors. But that's about it. Yeah, the advanced access for the Pokemon theme, if you guys remember that, was like 10 hours before the upload. I think one of my problems is I am really, really bad at estimating how long things are going to take. Especially rendering time, video editing. It's just crazy. So when I'm trying to schedule everything just starts to fall apart with the schedule I've laid out for myself, because I didn't think things were going to take as long as they ended up taking. So that's part of the reasoning for advanced access falling through a little bit. I'm trying to get it back up and running though, so if you're thinking about becoming a patron, or you're already a patron, I'm not ignoring you guys or slacking off. I am legit trying to get back on track so I can upload early for you guys and give you guys some behind the scenes stuff and extras that you wouldn't normally get if you weren't a patron, so yeah, when After Effects decides to be evil. Basically, I don't think a lot of people realize how involved animation and editing is, and that when you import all the pieces, it's not just a matter of being like, okay, I want things to move like this, or I want this to be here and I want this to happen. It's more of you import the stuff, you try it out, and then when you go to play it back, you have to wait for it to render. And then when you do let it render, it just like kind of chugs along, and you have to be like, is this the way I want it, or is this not really working right? So I need to figure out, is this right? Because if it's wrong when I render it, there's an hour of my time gone. So yeah. Still waiting for that It's Over, Isn't It parody. I might do one. We'll see. Parodies are fun. I just haven't dabbled with them a lot. And the few that I have done, I haven't posted anywhere, so. Yeah, and Amanda Lee's bar has been set very high for animation. How do you stop yourself from being way too perfectionistic when working on mixing and mastering? I'm not really sure, honestly. For me, it has to sound right. If it doesn't sound right, I get very frustrated with it, and I'm not happy with that mix in the end. With mixing, I'm trying to learn how to like do things correctly so they're in like a professional manner. I'm actually going to be taking a vocal producing class coming up soon here to help improve that. But I've noticed when you start doing techniques that are tried and true, on vocals and then just use your ear to adjust it, what you end up hearing is a very pro sound. And although you can still tell it's your mix and that it's your work and everything on that, you just end up satisfied with the sound a lot faster. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I still have to tweak things until I am happy with the sound and it is perfect in my mind, but just like using techniques that are considered to be professional helps achieve that a little bit faster. And the other thing is, at the same time, I'm also trying not to be too judgmental over it, and I'll remind myself of things like even the pros aren't perfect when it comes to mixing. Even what you hear on the radio, somebody had to do that, somebody had to go through it, and it's not by no means perfect. You just think it's perfect because it's on the radio, it's professional. They're using like high quality plugins and stuff. It must be good, right? So yeah, it's more of achieving something that you're happy with and learning to embrace the flaws to a degree. So but yeah, back to what Joe was saying. Yeah, Emily sets the bar very high for animation. And what I was going to say in response to that is, with her videos, she's setting a level that people are coming to expect. And when you're approaching a channel such as mine, not a lot of people walk in thinking, oh hey, this person's doing everything by themselves. and they don't realize there's a difference between when you have like 5 different people helping you out with the mixing, with the mastering, with video editing and stuff, that it's a lot different from when you have one person making something completely with their own hands, with their own voice, with their own skill set. It's a lot different. So yeah, the level of animation, that's going to go down a bit because there's simply not enough time. The level that you can put out a product at, it's either it's going to take forever and you're going to spend like 3 weeks on one song, or you're going to get to a point where, okay, the animation needs to be simpler. The mix has to be done in a way that I can handle it instead of just like sending it to somebody and working on the next thing. So yeah, definitely. It's a very, very involved process. And when you take a step back and realize that it's one person doing all of the stuff, it really makes you think about, wow, that's actually pretty good for one person versus like 5 people working on things. So, how's college going for me? Pretty good, actually. I'm taking a Japanese class right now. So, later, Christine. Yeah, one person can't do it all. Sorry, I'm jumping around comments here. Yeah, Amanda's main animator is one of the judges for a course battle. Yeah, Soke is a judge for a course battle that I'm entering as an animator. That's a little bit nerve-wracking. But, yeah. Just so you know, those will be posted, should be posted to my channel. I'm fairly confident with the Love Live backtracks that I shouldn't have too many copyright problems. And since I'm the animator, it makes sense to post the video for those to my channel. So I guess look out for those as a few extra uploads over the next couple of months. Round 1 should be up before March. I'll also be doing a stream on Twitch sometime later this month of the tuning process for the vocals, since I'm doing that as well. But yeah, back to how's college going for you? I'm taking a Japanese class. I'm doing pretty good. I only have classes 3 days a week, sorry. So I've got my Tuesday and Thursday to work on things, which I've been trying to use to catch up. And overall, it's a decent setup for this semester, and I'm doing pretty well with it. So, konbanwa, minasan. So, Japanese is actually it's pretty easy to a degree. At least the sound system is. I've been singing in it for a while, so there's parts of it that come naturally. Yes, at least it's not a computer science course from heck. Computer science courses are not as easy as you think they're going to be, ever. So, alright. So I started a little bit late and we've gone a few minutes over. I should probably end the stream pretty soon. But yeah, just to give a quick recap, and if there's any more questions, I'll answer like the next 2 or 3 if you guys want to post those. But yeah, to recap, I have a second channel. Subscribe to that. It's in the description below. I have a Twitch channel. Feel free to follow me at that. I'll be doing some creative streams. I've got some new content coming up, but I hope you guys understand there's been a little bit of a slowdown due to technical difficulties. And yeah, basically that's it. Join my Discord server. I'll be around there chatting now and then. I'll put the link in the description. I posted it earlier in this chat, so you can come back to this on my channel and go click on it. So, have I used HelloTalk before? No, I haven't. I'm assuming it's an app or something. I don't know. But yeah. I guess any last minute questions now, and we'll end the stream after I answer that. I guess that one counted as a last minute question. So I'll look up HelloTalk. See what that's about. But yeah, to the people leaving the stream, or who have already left the stream, who will probably see this much, much later than I think they will, since there's a delay. Bye guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And yeah. I'm not seeing a lot of last minute questions here. So I guess I'll go ahead and end the stream. It was great talking to you guys. I'll let you know when the next stream is. Usually I announce it on my Discord server, so if you join that, you're good to go. Subscribe to the second channel and you'll get notifications in your subscription box when I'm streaming or when I have a new vlog video up. And I will see you guys later. It was great talking to you. And I will see you with my next song upload. Bye!